What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming Channel. It has been a while. It's been a hot minute since I posted anything, and so I wanted to take today to just kind of talk for a little bit and kind of give an update on where I've been, on what's going on with the channel, on where we're going in the future, and that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's been a hot minute. The last time I posted was August 23rd, although that video was recorded much earlier than that and edited much earlier than that. The last D&D video I posted was the 12th of August, although I took that video down, and I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But yeah, it's been a while. I didn't intend for it to be this long that I wasn't posting. I really expected to be posting videos a lot earlier than this, but life is happening, and so I just kind of wanted to give an update on where I'm at, what's going on. I have not written a script for this, so I'm just talking off the dome. If you want to just pop in earphones, there's not really going to be anything to look at in this, but yeah. It's been a minute, so I'm happy to be talking about this. And so for those of you who have been following the channel for a little while, you know that the main reason I've been gone is because my wife gave birth to our second baby, and as you can tell, it's another girl. So we have been, of course, having a blast with having another new kid, and it's been a journey for sure. She's a great baby. She's getting along great, and everybody's happy, healthy, all that good stuff. Big sister's doing well. So yeah, we can't really ask for anything more on that front. But yeah, it's been good. So that has obviously taken up a lot of my time, the majority of my time in there as well. For those of you who don't know, again, it's because we've gotten some new subscribers even since I've been gone, so hi, welcome in. I am also a musician, and so I am now the conductor of a local choir that is in my area. I also am an arranger of music, think like pentatonics, home free, sing off kind of stuff, that kind of stuff. And so that's really what I've been working on. I've been redoing some stuff that I did in college, doing some new stuff, and I've been enjoying being able to actually have time to do those arrangements and put some new music up, which is cool. Took a dive into stuff like Sabrina Carpenter and looking at Taylor Swift some and that kind of thing. So things that I never would have looked at before or had the time for, but it's been nice being able to do that. And of course, I've been playing some Silksong as well. I'm still in Act 2, so I'm not terribly far in, but Silksong has been very good. I've had a couple people ask me if I am playing Legends ZA. I have not bought it. I, at the current moment, don't really plan to unless I see something that really gives me a reason. I don't know. The online aspect isn't that intriguing for me. And the more that I've talked to people who do own it, they say it just kind of feels like something that could have been on a phone. And I don't know that I can justify the cost of it. Yeah, I could use the Switch vouchers and get $10 off, but I still don't know if it's worth it. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't made up my mind yet on that one. But for right now, I do not own a copy. And I don't really plan on buying it at the moment, but I am looking forward to Champions. And so let's talk about Pokemon, and then we'll come back to D&D, since you all have seen that I do a lot of Draft League stuff, but I've been in kind of a hiatus and haven't been posting anything. I haven't done any Draft League stuff in a while, and honestly, I had planned on taking a break from Draft until Champions comes out and then kick back off UNPL at that point. However, I have gotten an opportunity to join the SPL D League. And so if you're in the SPL server, you would know this already. This was announced a couple weeks ago. But yeah, this is a big deal, right? This is the PokeMMD and Shuckle King League. They have the biggest names in there. And so being able to be a part of that D League is really, really cool. For those of you who don't know about UNPL, we run a D League as well, although it's a showdown league. It's not upload, anything like that. For this is going to be still upload on Switch, and so I'll be posting videos on that. And actually, those will start 1 week from today with the draft analysis. So you will get a video 1 week from today on whatever day that is, the 26th or whatever that day is. So that's when my draft analysis will go up, talking about why I picked what I picked and all that good stuff. And then the following week we'll start our games. And so I'm looking forward to that. It's a really, really good group of coaches. Like I said, I'm going to go into it a lot during the DA next week, but that's going to be a lot of fun. So my return to draft, not the expected one, but very much a big one, and I'm very excited to be joining in that. So let's get back to Dungeons and Dragons. That's really kind of the main reason why I'm talking about what I'm talking about. So first of all, for IRL stuff, I am going to be starting playing, not running, which is a good change of pace for me. I'm going to be playing Frostmaiden very soon. We actually start that day this is going up a week from tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to getting into a new campaign and a new setting. Came off of running Strahd, and then my wife ran the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and so now I've got a buddy of mine who is running Frostmaiden. He's a good DM as well, a good friend of mine, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's the IRL stuff. So what about channel stuff? What about uploading D&D? What about all that good stuff? So I'm in a weird spot on this, and I just want to kind of be honest about where I'm at on this. I've gotten very burnt out on the D&D and things like that. So every time I post a video, it's felt like less and less viewers, at least on the initial front. I will say, looking back at the videos, the views haven't been horrible for some of them, and not all of them are going to be winners, but for some of them, they're doing okay on the back end here now that it's been 3 or 4 months. But at least on the initial look back, I look back a week after something's been posted, and the views are not great. And that really started when I started covering 2024 stuff. All through 2014, we were really growing really quickly, and we got to that 5,000 goal right when I was hoping we would. So that was really cool. And then right after that is when I started talking about 2024 stuff, and it just tanked. So that has been a little discouraging, just to be honest with you. Just seeing that decline in viewership and interest. Comments on videos have gotten fewer and fewer on average. Again, now looking back, having 2 months to look back at some of these videos, some of them are doing okay, some of them are not, and so it is what it is. Not all of them are going to be winners. Not everybody's into every subclass that's out there, and that's totally fine. But so my Circle of the Sea, I had done a build, and I think I had made that like the week before my wife gave birth, and so I was trying to get that build done. I was trying to do something innovative, trying to make sure that it's not just the same thing over and over and over, because that can happen with these when you're doing the same class over and over. It can become very repetitive, and you want to do the same things a lot. So if it's good, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I ran into some issues with that. I had conflicting sources on certain things. I try to use my book for as much as possible, because I did actually purchase those books, but it's a little easier sometimes to get things from online, except that online things are wrong. And so I had pulled some things that were from, at least I didn't go back and consult my book, which is entirely my fault, and some stuff that I said in my video for Circle of the Sea was actually stuff that was only in the testing, was only in the UA. So I took the video down because it just wasn't the quality that I want to see in myself, and so I just didn't feel like I needed to keep that up, even though it probably would have done better than most of my other videos, just because it's new and people are interested in seeing it. I'm not willing to put up a video that's of lesser quality. I'm just not. And so I took it down. I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to put you all through that of watching a video that was not good. So that's why I took that down. So there will be an updated video on that. I'm just gonna throw it out, start from scratch, do something correct. But with that, I'm not sure how my schedule is going to align. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to be as consistent with uploads as what I have been. I shifted my schedule around, I don't know, end of last year, just to try to make things easier on myself, given what days of the week I have that are generally available for me to work on videos, because I still work a full-time job. I make very little money on YouTube. So by no means is this my job. It's just a hobby, and I don't make hardly any money on this, but it's still something that I want to do. It's something that I want to enjoy. I want to be able to talk about this stuff and really, have a good time. So, but it's hard sometimes, right? I'm not using 2024 at my table. I know a ton of my audience is not using 2024 at their tables either. Although I imagine that that's somewhat softening in the grand scheme. But I know that a lot of people are still married to the 2024 or married to the 2014 rules, and I totally get it. I am too. I will say, in my new character going into this into the Frost Maiden, we are actually borrowing some stuff from 2024, but I want to say like 90% of what we're doing is still going to be 2014 rules. It's just cleaner in a lot of ways on a lot of things. There are a few exceptions of things in 2024 that are better. I'm going to be a monk, and so it's better, right? So we're taking a lot of the 2024 stuff for the monk and pulling that over. I've not covered it on the channel yet, but I'm very much aware of it, and it is much better than the 2014 version. And so we're doing that and a couple other small things, but for the most part, it's 2014, and that's what I play. That's what a lot of people play. So that's where I end up misspeaking on certain things, because I'm not as invested in 2024 as I am in 2014. If it's 2014, I can answer those questions and talk about that all day long. 2024 is a little bit less familiar for me, and so that's part of it. And that's a skill issue. That's on me. But either way, that's kind of where I am on that. So where does that put us? Where does that land us? So Pokemon videos are going to be on Sundays. Those have to be consistent, and so you'll get one of those a week. Draft analysis will be 1 week from today, and then battles will be every Sunday subsequently. That it's a 7-week season, and then I think 2 to 3 weeks of playoffs. And so if I were to somehow make finals, which I doubt it, but if I were to somehow make finals, I think that video would go up like the first week of January, so that's when that would run to. And then we'll see what happens with Champions. UNPL will probably start back up around then and try to do something. We always try to innovate and do something different, although that first season will probably be pretty standard for the most part, and then we'll branch out from there. I'm hoping that Champions will give us a lot more options to do some unique things and bring some other rule sets in. And I've been working on a new way of doing draft, and so hopefully I'll be able to have time to work on that as well and get some of that done. I'm hoping to still be able to take time and do my music stuff. Like I said, I'm still the conductor of this choir. That's a 1-year commitment, so I'm committed until like end of May, and so a few nights of my week are that. So that takes up my time as well, and that is important to me that I'm doing that. So I'm going to prioritize that over the channel, and so yeah. And then now my D&D is picking up on Monday nights. We play on Monday nights, although that shouldn't affect my videos too much because I typically didn't record on Monday nights anyway, so that's fine. So I'm going to try to get back to being consistent with my uploads. That's really what I'm going to shoot for. The goal is to do my ranking videos again on Wednesdays, and then have the build videos on Saturdays. That's the goal for right now. That could change in the future, and of course that's switched from what it used to be. We used to post our Pokemon videos on Friday or Saturday. Now that's moving to Sunday, and then I'm switching my D&D stuff to one day earlier. Maybe you will like that. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, I'm locked in on Sundays on that for now, and that may switch later because UNPL normally does Saturday uploads, so I may end up switching that back later. So just be watchful for that. But it should be I should be doing one upload per weekend day. That's the goal. And so I have a lot of time to work on the Pokemon stuff. That shouldn't be too bad. Those don't take a ton of editing time, at least not with the way I do it now. So that should be okay. So my goal is to get back into it, starting very soon. At the very latest, I'm hoping to get back in the swing by like start of November, and then go from there. Right, that's really the gist of things. So if you have questions, then hit me up in the comments down below, as long as it's not too terribly personal, that or as long as it doesn't cause me to dox myself, then I will probably answer it. But yeah, I appreciate all of you who have stuck with me through this, and I know that not everybody cares or wants to hear about my problems, but you know, it is what it is. Just busy with having a kid and wanting to make sure that I'm very present for that, and I'm just getting all this stuff done. So anyway, thank you all so much for sticking around if you are still here, and we will hopefully pick things up very soon. Until next time, stay safe out there, stay healthy. Bye-bye.